Macau, it's actually very simple. On the one hand, it's like Hong Kong, open society, free exchange, and and forex control. There are no forex control, so it's very much an international market like Hong Kong. But on the other hand, it is also a completely new place for new ideas. When you have a market that is less incumbent, by the existing regulatory and market, formalities and infrastructures, it is a great place for us to try completely new things. So this is the typical way where a late comer and late mover gain the advantage because they have very little incumbent, issues and legacy issues to deal with, and completely embracing new technology and a new way of doing things. So a new place for a new way of doing things, and is also much closer in many ways as part of the Hengqin connectivity with Zhuhai and the Greater Bay Area. It's also a much easier way to get a direct access to China. So all in all, geography is really not an issue here because we are really talking about completely new digital connectivities, and also this new exchange that we're setting up. Obviously all the rules and all the regulatory issues and everything are fully debated and fully worked out with the authorities, and initiated by us, and they took a lot of the advice from us in setting up the infrastructure and regulatory framework.
So you've got first mover advantage here. Macau is in the midst of a transformation, but it's very much known for gambling. It's a gaming hub. What is the investor appetite there? Have you taken a check on that?
Yeah, investor appetite really is an issue for global investors. We are in the digital age. The geography of a market and how many investors are in that geography are not really that important. The important part is how to connect that market infrastructure and that market regulatory framework, to the broader international, markets. And this is going to be a market with significantly different remote participation. We actually envision global investors, no matter where you sit around the globe, you are able to access to this market digitally in real time. And then this is a 24 kind of an operational, a new exchange, a new market that is foundationed on a blockchain technology and is much easy to use, creating tremendous regulatory transparency and certainty and risk management certainty. And I think that's really is, the fact that it's in Macau or in Hong Kong or in any other places does not really matter, because the global capital will find it extraordinarily easy to get connected. You don't need to move necessarily to Macau. Obviously, Macau government welcome people to move to it, but in the end, remote participants should allow investors to access to this market no matter where you are.